But that's awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, Adele, real quick. Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt. Can you guys unmute on Zoom? Okay.
Yes.
I forgot I need to mute the page on Zencaster. So there's audio on YouTube. I just saw a note saying that there's no audio on YouTube. So I'm going to mute Zencaster. It's still going to record, but our audio is going to come through Zoom and then there'll be
Okay.
audio on YouTube. So we're all unmuted on Zencaster.
Are we?
We can hear each other.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. We're back on, baby. Sorry for anyone who's tuning in with no audio.
Whoopsie. Whoopsie.
Well, I thought I had this thing dialed, but no, I fucked it up again. Oh, well. Okay.
We're getting there. Baby steps.
We're fine. We're fine.
Like I was saying, I actually met Ashley because I got to work with her behind the bar at Dama. And I love you. I love her. She's one of the most talented bartenders I've ever met. And I don't know how you always manage to keep a smile on your face, even in the busiest, most like weediest shifts ever. You're always smiling, slinging that charm and giving kindness. So I always look up to you for that.
Oh, thanks, friend. That's very nice. That's a very sweet thing to say. And ditto right back at you.
Yeah.
You owe a Coke.
What?
You owe everyone a Coke.
Yeah.
I was like, you want to do Coke right now? Okay.
Everyone needs a Coke. Okay. Should we do you guys want to get into the first call?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay. My spidey sense is saying that the phone's ringing.
Oh, is it? It's not the ring itself?
Oh, yeah, but it could be that. It could be like the phone's ringing. Ring, ring.
All right, let's go with that.
Okay, here we go. All right, so our first caller is coming in hot. Here we go.
Hey, so I have a question for Ashley. I'm curious how you were able to, get into Angels Envy and how you got to where you are today, besides being, just a lovely human being. Thank you.
Oh, whoever that was, what a sweet little love bunny. I don't know.
Who that was has worked with you. I can already tell.
Is it Joey? Are we allowed to say that? Or is it Steven?
I don't know. I don't know who it is. I'm not sure.
It sounds like Joey to me.
It sounded like Joey, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Joey, I just love you, and you're the sweetest, and so is Kelsey. Okay, so answering the question. The transference from me behind the stick to brand was something that I never thought would happen. It was never in my projection of yearnings. It wasn't even on my radar. And so my bar mentor and dear friend, Otone Nolasco, when I was working at ERB, someone approached him and asked if he knew of anyone who would be perfect for this position. And he put my name in the hat. And then I got in touch with Max Kestenbaum, who is the Santa Teresa ambassador, and his brother, coincidentally at the time, Eli, was he split Los Angeles, how it's kind of handled is in different sections because it's such a huge city and it's got different vibes and whatnot. So the gentleman who was the west side of Los Angeles was his brother Eli, and so I went through an interview process and things started to connect in a manner that I felt like the universe was telling me, like, lean into this, sister. First off, I never thought I was fancy enough to be a brand ambassador. It just sounded like something that was super fancy. And so I was like, I'm not going to get it. But then all of these things started happening where the last place that I bartended at in Atlanta was a place called Wreck and Bar Brew Pub. And it was in an old antebellum house, and the bottom of it was the brew pub and the bar, and upstairs is where they hosted special events. And I was working there, and it actually was the place where Angels Envy was launched in the Atlanta market. And so that started happening. And then My whole dad's side of the family comes from southeastern Kentucky, and I legitimately have moonshiners in the family, and like who were running shine like not even 7 years ago. Like
What?
Oh wow.
So my uncle used to call me up, and he'd be like, "Sister, now I'm gonna tell you. You want that recipe, girl? You better get a paper. This is what it is. Now I'm telling you the truth." And he was just lit up. Like he was so liquored up, he didn't even know. Because I mean, the time difference, it would have been like 12 o'clock here. So it was 3 o'clock there. And I was like, I don't know if he's getting up or not going to bed at all. Like, I don't know what his timeline is right now. All I know is he is with it. He's drunker than shit. And so I was like, better give a listen right quick. You're about to get some good ones. And so anyway, so all of those things happened, and they offered me the position to be the local Los Angeles whiskey guardian. And then the West Coast lead is the most wonderful person in the world named Angel Teta, and she's based out of Portland, and she's been with the company since the very beginning. She is, talk about an extremely gifted and established bartender. She was one of the first bartenders to win Speed Rack, and
cool.
she won a couple of years in a row, and
Awesome.
she just a fantastic force, and so very wonderful and giving of her time and her advice, and just a really great mentor. So a national position for Angels Envy Whiskey Guardian became available, and she put her name in the hat. So she did that, and she is now the National Whiskey Guardian, and her position became available. And I just was like, I think I would be really good at this. I hadn't been with the company all that long, and so it was a little bit of a Hail Mary. And I just, put my sights on it and tried to pursue it. And then I got it. And I've been trying to pay my rent ever since, by making my, you know what I mean? Cause that's just like rent's due every single day. And so you got to make sure that you're out there. I'm a grinder. I like the challenge. I like the chaos of it, of not knowing and kind of seeing how far I can push myself. So I don't get easily intimidated by that. I find that I thrive more in that environment when I don't know, what's going to happen. All I know is that I got to trudge forward. So that's the long and the
love
short of
that.
that answer.
That's a great answer.
That is a
And
great
that's
answer.
like inspiring as well. Do you have, I'm going to kind of like input on or piggyback on this question.
Yeah.
Do you have advice for anybody who might have a little bit concern or fear to make those leaps and jumps to something different? Also, because we were talking before the episode about how COVID has been like kind of making people in a position where they have to make these like leaps and jumps. So for anyone who's like sitting there a little stagnant right now, do you have any advice?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we should all be addressing. So you're looking at if you're looking at the future and like a chess move to a certain degree. It's not as if you're analyzing what's going to happen in 6 months from now, but it's kind of like, where do you want to be in a year from now, and what are the routines and the mechanisms and the structures that you have to put in place currently in order to make those modifications that are going to put you in a better bargaining position to be that person that you want to be, to get that thing that you want to get. So, and those can be super subtle. Like they can be I think, let me backtrack for 2 seconds. I think sometimes when you present that to individuals, it becomes an overwhelming like macro image, and they're like, oh, it's too intimidating or whatnot. But it can be subtle maneuvers, just as like, maybe you're getting up 30 minutes earlier than what you would be getting up, and maybe you're not surfing the internet for those 30 minutes. Maybe you're looking with a tenacity of like, you have a checklist of what you're wanting to accomplish that day. Maybe you're not getting on Instagram for 2 hours or whatnot. Maybe you're trying to maximize that time. Maybe you're trying to see what you want your life to be like in a year and a half, and maybe that means not having that, we all come from kind of like a little bit of a rebellious take in this industry. So maybe it's not having that last drink before, you know, maybe it's making that time. Maybe it's going outside for a walk and going and exercising so that you're mentally strong. It's, you know, when I'm talking to my whiskey guardians throughout the West Coast, I'm always very precious in telling them, watch how you feed your soul. So that means watch what you're eating, watch what you're drinking, watch who you're surrounding yourself around, watch who you're giving your time to, watch who you're giving your time to in a professional manner, in a personal manner, watch what you're reading. Make sure that everything is serving you to be the best version that you can possibly be. And also don't place yourself in competitive comparison with other individuals. You're just trying to be better than you were yesterday. And maybe that is simply just, I woke up this morning and I made my bed and I ate something that made my body feel good so that my mind was present, and I was kind to somebody. Like I think that goes a really long way. And I think that it'll open up doors. And also when you get opportunities, don't ever say, I'm not worthy of that. Try and say, well, what's the worst that can happen? They tell me no, friend. Well, hell, that I was a no before they even told me no. So I'm just trying to turn that no into a yes. Like,
Bingo, bingo, bingo.
right? Like, what's the worst that can happen? No.
I always just write it in my calendar. So anything that I want to do, I just write it in my calendar by the day I want to do it. And then every morning I wake up, I look at my calendar, I go, I have to go grocery shopping today. Okay, that's what I'm going to do today. You know, and like, as long if it's written down, then I'm going to do it. Like, it's almost like somebody else wrote it for me. So it's obligatory that I do it. That's how I do everything. That's how I do everything. I just write it down.
I really like that advice you were giving, because, you know, what's it saying that they go, luck is when opportunity means preparation. Mm-hmm. So if you're always doing something to edify yourself, when the opportunity comes around for you, you're ready for it. You're there for that. So, I really like what you said.
Thanks, friend.
You guys ready for another question?
Yes.
My spidey senses are going again.
Hey, TalkTales and Shauna, how are you? It's Sue from Baltimore. Hey, question: have anyone called in with a recipe for a great COVID cocktail? I don't know if anyone's asked that question, but I thought I would ask. And please share. Talk to you later.
All right, Sue, woo! So a COVID cocktail, like, I mean, mine's for a recipe. Oh gosh, I did a cocktail for a whiskey cocktail that was based off of time. And this gets real weird, but my personal cocktail has been a margarita. That's that. But if I made a cocktail for COVID, it was all the whole thing was based off of time and what that means, like, to me, I guess. And the cocktail was called, I don't remember what it was called, but does it matter? Because does time even exist?
It's a social construct, friend.
Yeah. So anyways, it incorporated elements of different seasons. So like I had candy yams because it was right after I made Thanksgiving dinner at the beginning of COVID, because I'm like, does time matter? No, I'm just going to do Thanksgiving dinner right now. So I did yams in it, or candied yams in it, and lemon juice. That was for fall. Lemon juice for summer. Spring with carrot juice. And whiskey for all seasons, and liquor 43 for winter, I believe was the recipe.
That sounds amazing.
Pretty sure that was it. And so, yeah, the whole thing was, I was thinking about time, because it was like so weird how time was going by. And I was like, you know, how do you incorporate, like, to me, COVID is time. Like, that's all I can think about and conceptualize with it. And Ashley and I were talking about this earlier, about how I've been finding that this whole COVID thing has been one of the most precious gifts that could have ever landed, like, in I'll speak personally. I can't speak for anyone else and their experiences, but it's been the most precious gift of time I've ever been given. And it's allowing me to do things in a creative manner that before was really really hard, and in addition to just normal life. So this like this little a huge gift of like time, like who gets that as an adult? Like it's crazy. Like and so then I crafted the cocktail to represent that, of being like that doesn't matter as far as we know it, you know, but when you recognize it, like, and you're handed it to you, you better fucking drink it, because that's a damn good cocktail.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I think that for me, COVID, because of all the time that I had, although I'm back to work now, so before that, I spent a lot of time in the kitchen doing things that I would otherwise never had time to do. So, you know, for me, it was more like experimenting with syrups and shrubs, which is a segue to the amazing shrub that Ashley brought for us. She got us a mint shrub to put to mix with the Angel's Envy bourbon, and that's like a great like COVID thing, because it's like homesteading. It's like you're making jams and you're making shrubs, and you're making syrups, and you're making all these things because you're at home. So I think that COVID, not maybe not a recipe, but like COVID cocktails are more like crafted with kitchen stuff that you have at your house that you're making because you have the time to do so.
That's a good point too, with that with the shrub, and like the shrub Ashley made too, is that right now is the time of year that you should be shrubbing it up, because all the produce is going out of season. So like go like hoard, like pick all your, you know, fruits and vegetables and whatever you got, get that vinegar mother going.
I love it. Oh my God. And put it up for the winter, brothers and sisters. It's so good. Oh my gosh.
What about you, Ashley?
That was amazing. I love a shrub. I've been doing a lot of shrubs now, and this is the reason why I love them. Because you really can't mess them up. You can take fruit that's about to go bad, and you put a little vinegar in it, and you put some sugar in it. I do equal parts. You find your own groove and boogie woogie with it. And you do a little mash, and you cover it up. You sit it on your counter for 24 hours, and then you strain it out. I don't even think that you need to fine strain a shrub, because I like that texture. If it was a gastrique and we doing it fancy, then you can fine strain that. If you want to do an oleosaccharin and just leave out your juice, we can do that too. But the point of that is you don't need bitters and you don't need citrus. So I love a shrub because it can just be that and your liquor. Of course, I'm going to always introduce that liquid lace a la that Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in Ruby port wine barrels for up to 6 months, because it's delicious. Or I'm going to lavish myself in an opportunity with our Franco-Caribbean aged rye. So the rye is finished in Plantation XO rum barrels for up to a little over 2 years. And I find that if you would like to gift yourself with a warm hug that we are all missing right now, then that rye will do the trick.
I'm actually going to pour myself some of this.
Yes, please do.
I'm like
Probably should sip on this.
I'm salivating over it.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's like caramel.
It's so good. It's magnificent. It's so wonderful. It imbues such a sense of familiarity. And the reason why I call it a warm hug, because every time I open it, I am immediately ensconced in those baking spices and that nutmeg and that maple syrup and that.
Dude, those baking spices are bonkers, dude.
It's so good. Because for all intents purposes, that thing should give you like an Indiana Jones burn your face off situation, because it's 95% rye on the mash bill and it's 100 proof. But, you know, we kind of circumnavigate that and do a do-si-do by covering it, not covering it, but pairing it with that luxury of that Franco-Caribbean rum cask.
That's unreal.
Yeah.
Is it normal to be sexually attracted to a bourbon? Because that's kind of how I feel right now.
That's it.
Why am I getting... Hey, Adele, I'm sorry to interrupt real quick. I feel like somebody's mic is getting some reverb somewhere.
Is it mine?
That's a lot. There's echo. Why is there echo?
Is there echo here?
No, it's not. Let's see. Hang on a sec. Huh. That's so weird. I don't know why there would be echo.
Sure.
It's Adele. Adele, check. Sorry, this is gonna be edit. Check your input on your Zoom.
Oh,
You hear that?
yeah. How do I check that?
Go to the bottom left, the little arrow, and then make sure you're on your ATR USB.
The arrow of the. Oh, yeah. The microphone.
And then also your do you not have you don't have your headphones on?
No, I took them off.
Oh. The headphone should be plugged into the back of the microphone, by the way. Sorry, Rashid, bear with us. Does anyone ever want to lick their microphone like a lollipop?
Yep.
Yes, go over to the back.
I always smell it. I'm always like, ah.
Shut up.
Okay, okay, Adele, let me think about this. Now, that you can leave that in.
But it's not. I mean, I can still hear it through my computer.
That's okay. Put the headphones on. And then again, go to your settings, bottom left. Here, I'll share my screen real quick.
Audio settings.
Screen share. Okay, so wait.
Output. The USB microphone.
Where'd it go? Oh, I can't do that. What am I doing? Oh, rats. Yeah, make it so bottom left arrow with the microphone. Make sure it's set. Select a microphone. Microphone 3 ATR USB. Select a speaker. On your speaker, say 3 ATR USB as well.
Yeah.
Are you on both of those?
Yes. So microphone is a ATR USB.
Like that?
Oh, boom. You hear? You hear?
Yeah.
You hear? That's a million times better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Booyah, booyah, booyah. Okay. And I think you should. Let's just check your Zencaster just for funsies.
Okay.
Oh, I still got echo for some reason. And go to your settings.
On what? On Zencaster?
Zencaster.
Okay. Hold on. Fuck, how do I close this? Okay. What settings?
Okay. Something
I
else
see
is
wrong.
wrong. I still have a ton of echo. Ashley, you got echo?
I have echo. Yeah.
Go to your sound settings on your PC. The little the sound
Yeah.
thing, and then what does that say? Does it say ATR USB microphone?
No, it says headphones. Hold on.
All right, put it on the microphone.
There we go.
Okay, let's see if that changed it.
So I can hear myself like echo.
You're on echo?
Yeah. That's why I took my headphones off.
Sorry guys, will you unmute yourselves?
Hmm.
So you think it's the headphones are complicating it?
Yeah, for me.
Oh, no.
Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can hear.
Do you guys have echo?
No.
I have echo.
Oh, no.
I can hear myself like.
Well, now Adele, you don't sound like you are talking through the microphone anymore.
I don't sound like I'm talking through a microphone.
No, it sounds like it's the computer microphone. Okay, so let's redo it. Go back to the Zoom, and then double check this says select your microphone, 3 ATR USB microphone.
Yep.
And then make sure your speaker says the same. Okay. Now go to your sound settings.
On the PC.
If you, on the PC. So if you right click the little sound icon, it should say open sound settings. And then your whole screen should show up with the sound settings.
Speaker, APR, USB microphone.
So output should say speaker, USB microphone, and input also should say.
Yep.
Both are those? Huh. What the fuck? Huh. All right. Oh, wait. You're unmute, Adele? Oh. Let's hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have echo either. Do you have echo? Anyone hear echo?
No, I don't hear echo.
Check.
Check one,
Just
two.
start
Check
it
one,
again.
two.
Did you have problem with your
What?
check?
Check one, two. Check one, two.
Check.
Check. Check.
Check.
I guess it's okay. No one hears echo?
No?
No.
Okay. Okay, that sounds better. All right, cool. All right. I think it's good. I do hear a hum, but that's, I mean, it might be your somebody's volume's up high. But I think yeah, see what your volume's at, Adele? Because
I'm at 40.
Okay, bring it down a little bit.
Like 20, 26.
Yeah, that sounds a little better.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, cool. Okay. All right, we're back at it. All right. Okay, sorry about that, everybody, but that's okay. We're gonna do an edit there. This is the process I was talking about. That it's not all just perfect all the time. You edit a lot of this shit. Okay, but amazing. Let's get into another question, and we gotta start rolling through these because Ashley, I gotta tell you, you're pretty popular. You got a lot of questions this week, so we gotta get through these questions, and we're gonna nail these things down. All right, here we go. We got another question for Ashley. It's gonna be really exciting. Here we go.
Hi, this message is for Ashley. I just wanted to know what it was like to be the biggest boss of them all. And what I mean by that is, what does your daily grind look like pre-COVID, post-COVID, and if you could just go into detail about how you've been able to be so successful in the bar industry. Thanks, Big Boss. Appreciate it.
Oh, I know who that is.
Big
Big
Boss.
Boss. Oh my gosh. I love Big Boss so much.
Before you answer that question, I want to point out to kind of elaborate on what the caller said is that the reason I reached out, other than because I love you and I love doing this with you, but because you, even with COVID, have been hustling so much virtually. You were one of the bartenders and that really like, okay, like COVID's happening, bars are closed. How do I stay relevant? And you've been doing a lot of things virtually, which I really respect. Like the hustle did not stop for you. It was like everything else stopped, but you were like, okay, how do I keep going? And you didn't. So that's pretty cool. So I think that's what he's referring to.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Fran. So it's going back to that kind of concept of rent is due every single day. And so I want to, and also talking about time. And, when all of this started to happen, and the landscape was exponentially changing. And I had the luxury of not having to necessarily worry about food or a roof over my head. It was then, how can I be as efficient with my time management as I possibly can? And so it was building upon what I said previously of really kind of looking at what I'm doing minute by minute, and putting myself into like this extreme, probably OCD schedule of like grading, like almost like a college course. Like I'm doing this from 8 to 10 in the morning, from 10 to 12, I'm doing this, and then from this. And then I would have a list that I wanted to accomplish. That would be a daily list and also a weekly list, and also a monthly list, because sometimes you're not able to tackle everything in the immediate, but you know where you want to be at the end of the month. And I also saw that, you know, one of the beautiful things that we create for guests when they come and visit us is an experience. People come to bars for all different reasons. They come to celebrate, they come to mourn, they come to clear their head, they come to be social. And these things have been stripped away from them. And I wanted to create an opportunity to gift people the same experiences that they would have with me on the other side of the bar. So that's making things extremely accessible, which is where I found the easiest translation with that has been shrubs, and neat pours of that deliciousness, because they can make the cocktails ready for them right there. But then I've also extended the opportunity. What do you have in your fridge that you want to maybe build something up and layer it up? And then I'm able to make something. But it's doing things in small, intimate groups with individuals, so that they feel important, because everyone's important. And also here's the truth of life. If you go through and you treat everyone, this is how I don't know if this is how I go about it. If you go through life and you treat everyone like they have something to teach you, then you're going to come away from that experience with something that you did not know. It could be something where you're like, I don't like that. And then you're like, well, I don't ever have to do that again.
At least I know it.
You know, it's not always roses. So it can be that you're like, hey, I learned something about myself. I don't like that. So I'm not going to really boogie woogie with that anymore. Or it can
that sums my life up. That didn't work. Nope. That didn't work.
But that's the whole thing about, like, you want to fail, like in regards to a business in a professional manner. You want to fail multiple times, because you're learning what you are not going to do anymore, or the people that you're not going to be involved anymore, or the way that you conduct yourself, or maybe you're learning your weaknesses. And so being really truthful and honest about your flaws and your strengths and things that you can't do, if we're now kind of going into the trajectory of like a professional manner, things that you can't do, outsourcing those and going to the professionals who can assist you with that. But in regards to the grind and the hustle, I just, like Shauna said, I didn't want to walk away from this and not have accomplished an exponential amount of things. And I like to be busy, and I'm not getting any younger, and I know where I want to be. And I have other pursuits out of the whiskey industry as well, with writing and whatnot. And I had personal goals that I wanted to accomplish with that. And I just want to make sure that my time is given to the things that are truly important. And that either means people or endeavors. So I've also started getting up earlier. I don't go to bed any earlier. I'm a 6-hour girl, so I wish I was less than that. But I go to bed at like 2, and I get up at like 8:30.
You have a lot of active hours there.
Yeah, and I work out every day because it keeps me mentally strong.
That's what I've been doing. I'm like, I don't take breaks. I'm like, I got to do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't want a butt to my knees.
Right. Yeah. But it also gives you that clarity, and it gives you meditative calmness to a certain degree as well.
Oh no, I couldn't work if I went to bartending and I didn't work out before bartending. I was not functional at work, like mentally. Physically, no problem,
Sure.
But like mentally, I would go into work like not prepared. But like working out is major. Like if I suggest anything for a bartender is work out before you work, because it changes your entire like mental state.
It totally does.
I got another call. Oh, I have another caller.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Hold on. Did you want to wrap up that thought?
Oh, just I've learned the ability of a micro nap, so I can fall asleep in 10 minutes. Like I can make myself fall asleep in 10 minutes and come out of it, and so I take like cat naps. And it is a game changer for afternoon. I take them like between 3 and 5. And
you should see her. I see her on the park bench every once in a while. I'm like, Ashley, oh, she's napping.
It's so true. So the secret is you take your espresso or drink coffee before you take your nap, because it takes 30 minutes for the caffeine to get in, and then you can fall asleep, come out, and you're ready to go.
So you're like, ding! You're like all caffeinated out.
Huh, yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Ring, ring.
Hi, my name is Stacy Smith Clark, and I'm from Women Who Whiskey Long Beach. And I was told by Ashley Irwin to call in with my question. And my question is, since being safer at home and with bars closed, what have you learned about the craft and profession of bartending since you've had so much time to be at home reflecting? And is
it got cut off.
Oh no, we lost her. Hang on. Oh, she's calling back.
You'll do to inform your craft once you return. Thank you so much. Bye.
Yay.
That's a good question.
It's a great question. I love Stacy. Stacy's magnificent. She and I met. She came in for a Women Who Whiskey endeavor at ERB when I was working there like 5 years ago, and we struck up a chord. And she and her husband are just the sweetest people in the entire world, and they have become really, really dear friends over the years, and really lovely supporters of the industry in general. They love to sit at a bar. They love to try new things. And they do my favorite thing where we would build cocktails off moods. So they would give me like coins of, like they were
that's cool.
Yeah, they would come in, Colin would come in and he'd be like, David Lynch at the beach. And I was like, done.
I love that.
Wait.
And it would push me. It would push me to really think outside of the box. And I just adore that. Answering her question. I think it has taken me back to I don't know. Let me think of y'all answer.
Yeah,
that.
Adele, what do you got? Adele, what do you think about that one?
About what?
Adele, wake up. It's not the 30-minute nap time right now. Stop drinking that espresso. No, she's wondering what have you learned about the craft and profession of bartending since you've had so much time at home relaxing? Has anything changed for you?
I think rather than skills or knowledge, because if I was to be really honest, I didn't sit here and like read books about it or practice anything, but for me it was how much I missed it that gave me like the realization of how much I love it. Because I was like, I miss people. I mean, I was like, oh, I fucking hate people. I can't wait to clock out. And now I'm just like, oh man, like I really miss that element of that. So I think being at home made me a lot more appreciative of what I do and really reminded me of how much I love it. So now that the first day that I was back to work, shaking my first cocktail, it felt good. I was like, oh, this feels so good. What's happening? And so I think I just maybe not learned, but relearned about how much I love what I do.
That's awesome. That's a great answer, Adele. I love that. I love that. I love that.
I agree with you. I think it's like how important it is the connective aspect of what we do. So there's a sanctity and like a salvific nature of going into the bar, and what bars have represented throughout the history. It's been like extreme political discourse for some places. It's been a way to have community and know your neighbor. And it's also been, you know, any good bartender is wrapped up as, you know, priest, practitioner, therapist, and romantic counsel for anyone who comes in there. You know, it's just like a flip of a coin of what it's going to be. And so,
hey, no finger blasting under the bar, would you?
No. Yes. Sometimes referee, and yeah, I think we're getting into that. But it's that aspect of not being able to like talk to folks.
It's funny because it's true.
It's true. Yeah, it is. It is true.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
This question is for Ashley, Edwin, on the TalkTales podcast. My question is, how do you balance your creative life with your professional life? You know, and where do the lines get blurred between your creative life and professional life? When I say professional life, I mean working as a brand ambassador for a whiskey company, and being published writer. Sounds like two.
My bad. Sorry about that.
So we want to know how you balance your time between those two things, and how they affect each other, and if there's any points where the two things cross over. Thanks.
That little love bunny. That's Peter from ERB, and everyone should go see him because he's super talented.
Is he behind the bar these days, right now?
Yeah, he's behind the bar right now, but he's also endeavored on his own venture. He's got a creative space out. I want to say, oh no, I'll get it. It's Far East. I can't remember if that's Highland Park or whatnot. I don't know. Anyways, he's building carpentry for custom made pieces for bars, and he is a magnificent artist, spray paint artist, and just a wonderful person. I want to plug him. Sorry.
Consider plugged.
Yeah. Okay, to answer his question. So I break up well, first off, there is a little bit of overlay because I write Southern pulp. And so I write exploitative fiction that takes place in the South. And usually it's about individuals who are kind of degenerates. So there's a lot of whiskey drinking. So, you know, I can pull from my experience of bartending from stories. There you go, sister. Gulp, gulp, gulp. And so there's that. How I manage that is I have very different creative spaces. So I have a desk, I have a writing desk, which I will not sit down at that writing desk unless I am writing. It's the only desk that I have in the house. It is church for me. I will not, unless I am practicing that, even though it's the most comfortable place to do the work, then I'm not sitting there. I'm sitting on the like kitchen bar counter if I'm doing Angels Envy work, and keeping that separation so that those boundaries are really important. So it doesn't bleed over for me. It doesn't feel like I'm getting swallowed by one or the other. And then I also, if I'm operating at my optimal speed, then I'm waking up early in the morning and I'm writing. It's the first thing that I do at my writing desk. And then I'm going into Angels Envy work, and then I'm working out, and then I'm having lunch, and then I'm doing Angels Envy work, and then I'm out in the field, and then I'm coming back at the end of the night and I'm writing. Because my work day is usually, I don't allow myself any sort of, and this is extremely regimented and probably crazy, but I don't allow myself any sort of free time from the time I get up in the morning, other than working out and having like a 30-minute lunch, to 11:30 or midnight. I'm not doing anything other than work-oriented, goal-oriented things.
So you're saying at 11:30 you start playing Gardenscapes.
At 11:30 I pour a cocktail and I like shut it off. Sometimes I'm very guilty of still doing Angels Envy work late at night.
Dude, Gardenscapes has been my thing
What is this
lately.
thing? I don't know.
I don't know.
what this
I
is.
can't. I never play video games, and I think since COVID, I downloaded this video game on my phone called Gardenscapes. It's so stupid, and it's like a stupid phone game where it's like Bejeweled or some shit, and
Okay.
it's so I literally have been. It's taken over my life a little bit. They take your lives away at a certain point. They're like, you have to buy lives. I'm like, I will never, ever buy lives. I will never buy lives. You will never take my money or my soul in Gardenscapes. But I like that they do that because it makes it so I have to stop playing the game.
Sure. Yeah. That's dope.
Oh my god.
Wow. So 11:30, huh? That's a long
sometimes
day.
midnight. Yeah. And then I'll the man and I will watch TV or whatnot.
Just
And
kind of hang out. What about your weekends? Do you work through the weekends or
I don't take any days off.
Oh,
Oh my
okay
god.
then.
Oh
Well,
my.
okay then.
Hold on a second.
What?
Oh my god, my mom's calling. Hang on.
Your mom called?
Why is my mom calling? Okay, hold on. I ignored it. It went to voicemail. I'm not gonna answer that. Oh wait, hold on. She just texted me. She's like, I left a voicemail for your podcast. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. You guys want my mom's left a voicemail. Is that fine?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, I'm gonna embrace this. Mom, thank you so much for leaving a voicemail on my podcast. Let's see what my mom has to say. This is my mom.
Hello, this is Susie Jenkins, and I live in Oregon, the state of Oregon. Currently, as we all know, the whole West Coast is burning up right now. So my question goes like this. How do we, as a society, heed the message that Mother Nature is clearly giving us? Thanks. Bye.
Okay, Mom.
Mom, you just opened up a huge can of worms right there.
That's deep.
Good
That's a deep
question.
one. That's good though. We should talk about real things.
Yes, for sure.
This is so out of my element. No, dude, we're all living it right now. So yeah, anyone who's on the West Coast, we all understand what's happening. What my mom's saying is that it's all on fire. It's crazy. I mean, Australia would understand that. They dealt with that last year.
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't know how collectively we can get the message.
How do we as a society heed the message that Mother Nature is clearly giving us?
I mean, I don't know if collectively, because I get it, but I don't have big power to do anything about it other than small, actions.
Maybe you call a podcast.
Maybe you post a picture with Angel's Envy so they can plant more trees.
Good. Well, Adele, I'm so glad that you brought that up because that is one of the initiatives that Angels Envy embarked upon in 2013. For the entire month of September, we partner with the National Arbor Day Foundation, where for every image of a cocktail that features Angels Envy or a neat pour of the bottle that is displayed on a social media platform with the hashtag Toast the Trees, we will plant a new white American oak. It's for a couple of reasons. It's, it was an initiative to answer the question of environmental sustainability because bourbon has to be aged in a charred white New American oak, only that is unused. And then those barrels are going down to Mexico. They're going to Europe. They're going to Scotland for other aging processes. It's also to help with deforestation in Kentucky. And it's also to help with soil erosion. And because typically in order to cull a tree, the sweet spot in order to have it be a barrel is about 60 years. One tree yields 1 to 3 barrels. So we're talking about a huge latency period between the whiskey hitting your delicious palate and luxuriously lavishing you in magnificence and from when that tree is planted. But clearly, anyone who is forward thinking is trying to look at the future and gift the people who are going to be here long after we're gone with a better tomorrow. And so Angels Envy was it's one of the reasons that I love the company and everything that they do, because they do look at those kind of harder questions of how can we be a part of the solution within the spirit industry, and how can we get advocacy and individuals involved and feel as if they're participating. And this has been something that has been extremely well received. We started out with the onset of a 40,000 tree goal to be planted for this month, which is also National Bourbon Heritage Month, and we have already attained it. And so we're looking to pass that. Yes,
Yay!
so excited. So it's part of who we are as a family, with Lincoln Henderson establishing us, and then Wes Henderson taking over the helm, and his 6 sons being involved in it, and trying to continuously push the envelope and be kind of iconoclasts and malcontents, and never settling. And so doing different finishings with whether that's with our bourbon in the Ruby Port cask, whether it's with our rum and the Caribbean rum, our rye in the Caribbean rum cask, or our Oloroso sherry finish, our tawny finish, and our latest collector's edition, which was an homage to our founder, Lincoln Henderson. And it was a Japanese Mizunara oak finish of just talk about trees. So Mizunara oak is a Japanese tree that you're not allowed to touch for 200 years. And they're extremely selective on who they do business with, because they want to protect that. And so it was part of a negotiation and a conversation that was quite a long time in the making, and truly a testament to not only Lincoln's contributions to Japanese whiskey culture, but also to wanting to gift people something that is just wonderful. That was a long and a short.
That's amazing. And I think that like really kind of sums it up, I think, on our end with the podcast and our bartender influence that like we all are part of. Do some research when you're purchasing. Put your money in the pockets of the companies that are sustainable and earth friendly and are taking these things into consideration. And Angel's Envy is with this incentive with the trees and everything. It's good for them. It's good for us. It's good for everybody. So and the earth and Mother Earth, like my mom said. So yeah, like it might take a little bit more effort, but I know my mom, and she will do that.
Aw, thanks, Mom.
Oh my gosh, there's another caller. Oh, and then all listeners, yeah, like let's get this earth thing under control. We're all living it pretty heavy duty right now. Here we go.
Hey, Sean, this is Nathan. I was calling because my question has to do with pillow and or blanket forts. Do you guys have any like good technique ideas on how to make a good fort, since we're all stuck inside more often than not? And trying to figure out fun things to do by yourself or with your roommates is a little hard. So thank you for the advice, and have a good day.
Oh,
I love it.
Forts, dude.
Forts.
Okay. Who wants to take the forts first?
I don't think I've ever made a fort.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. Sorry, Nathan. We might have to derail a second. How have you never made a fort? What does that even mean?
I never have. Even when I was a kid, I don't remember ever making a fort.
Huh. All right. So the question was, what's our best technique of making a fort? Well, we're changing this. How can we teach Adele how to make a fort? Okay.
2 chairs, 1 sheet. There you go.
2 chairs, 1 sheet. So kind of like a teepee style, or like a, I don't even know what you call that. Tent style.
Yeah.
I say duct tape, multiple sheets, colored duct tape, every color you can find, and duct tape in multiple like ways, up and down, and like you could take the sheets and do like different like patterns to where there's like crawl spaces and like and the pillows in there too. You got to put pillows in there because you got to be able to like sleep in there, or at least.
Oh,
like,
so it's like you sleep overnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta like be able to hang out in there. It's a place where you don't like. Okay, so Nathan, the caller, he said like something we could do with his roommates, but I'm like, it's a good way to get away from your roommates.
Just make a
you can
fort.
hide in your fort, right?
Yeah.
I mean, is
It also
it? No.
adds that fantastical element. You know, we're all kind of looking for a little bit of an escape right now. And you put a couple of Christmas lights underneath there. You have a book. You have like a disco ball. All of a sudden, you got a party for one.
Oh my God. And then we can all make forts and we'll have a virtual fort party.
Yes. I love it.
We could, yeah, I guess we could do that.
I'm pretty sure we just figured out our next podcast.
Yep.
So Nathan, be resourceful, use things around your house. Anyone else that's interested, sheets always must. It's a must. You must have sheets. What's another option if somebody doesn't have a sheet?
I mean, I suppose you could do
a box. Everyone's been ordering lots of stuff because they can't go out.
Like
Yeah,
a
you
cat.
You could like sit in a box.
You could do a box with trash bags, I suppose. You could do
Trash
like
bags.
some sort of,
Oh,
like,
be careful with that though.
futuristic trash bag situation. I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe
Pillows.
Pillows, sweaters, big
If
sweaters.
you had a bunch of pillows and some
Sweaters.
fishing wire, I feel like you could make like something pretty killer. I can build a Camaro with fishing line. I swear to God. Like it's like my one go-to tool that I bring with me everywhere whenever I'm building out an installation.
I could build anything with a wine key.
Exactly.
All right, I feel like we gave enough. Yeah. So okay, a wine key, fishing wire,
trash bags,
possibly any type of sheet or big thing of fabric.
Mm-hmm.
duct tape.
You can unravel your roommates' like jackets if you want.
Sure.
Duct tape is always a plus, and furniture.
Yes. And pillows for the floor because
you want
somebody
pillows
to sit on.
And some lighting source.
Lighting. You gotta have mood lighting.
No candles though. No candles.
No candles. Or flameless candles. Battery operated flameless candles.
Yeah. No fire. No real fire. No way. Oh my God! Somebody's calling.
Again. Wow. Nonstop.
Hey, I got a message that Ashley Irwin was going to be on with y'all, and I just have a few questions for her. Ashley, what is your favorite drink to make as a bartender? The next question I'd have is, what's your favorite drink to drink as a bartender or just as a person? And finally, I think, what is like the best, just, I don't know, most amusing or most shock factor story that you ever heard from behind the bar? So,
Oh my God, I have it.
those are my questions. Hope y'all have fun. Bye. One Georgia girl to another.
All right. So Ashley, these are great questions. I'm afraid like we're gonna be getting back. There's callers backing up right now. So let's just do a 1, 2, 3 on this bad boy. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. So the first one was the favorite drink to make as a bartender.
Gold Rush. Easy, crowd pleaser. Everyone loves it.
Favorite drink to drink as a bartender.
Right now, it's a neat pour of rye and champagne. Or if I don't have champagne, then it's Blue Label sodas. I like that Bud Light.
And then the most amusing, most shocking story from behind the bar.
I'm going to give you a downplay of something that literally happened to me last week. I'm at an event. Two gentlemen walk into the establishment. They're both 90. I love old men. I can't even help it. I want to hold hands with them and I want to go watch the movies with them. They're 90. I immediately said, I have to know them. Not only this, but they get out of a 1981 Trans Am that has a handicap sticker in the rearview mirror and it's got the Firebird on it and it's black and gold. And I said, oh my God, who are these people? And so I go over and I insert myself in a conversation with them. Turns out that the one gentleman that I'm talking to was the writer. This is legit. This happened. And I had to pull my mouth up off the floor. This is the writer who wrote Deer Hunter. If you don't know what that is, you and I are going to have a sidebar at some point. And I was like, excuse me, what did you say? And like the median age of of the individuals who are at this bar are 22, so no one knows what we're talking about, and I'm trying not to be a geeky fan. All right, so I sit down to the next dude who's also 90, who's the driver and operator of that car. He used to be a talent agent in 1940. The conversation goes pretty cool, and then all of a sudden he's telling me inappropriate stories about how many orgasms his fourth wife had before she married him, and how he had to fix that right quick. And everything was fine because we were having a Hallmark Care Bear moment, and then all of a sudden I realized that I was in an X-rated movie, but I still loved him so much because I just said, good for you, honey. Oh my gosh. 90 sitting next to me, like real close. And I was just like, okay. That was just the most recent, but I just love that they got out of that car.
I love that.
I want to know if they were like actually for real with their stories though. Do you think?
I looked him up and he definitely wrote Deer Hunter, and listening to that gentleman talk about his wives, I just feel like maybe it's true. They were kind of ladies' men.
That's totally gonna be me when I'm 90. I'm gonna totally be like, all those orgasms. I don't know if I'll do that or not. Oh my god. Oh, whoa. Okay, so there are backup calls. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna be pushing through these. Okay, here we go.
Hello. First part of the question is you can only pick lemons or limes for the rest of your life. Which do you choose? And second part is, has Ashley Irwin ever sold a ketchup popsicle to a lady wearing white gloves? Thank you. Bye.
Has you ever done what?
Two-parter. Lemons or limes for the rest of your life, and then have you ever sold a ketchup popsicle to a lady in white gloves?
Lemons, and no, to my chagrin, I have not had that experience, and I would like to know further of who has.
And also, like, that must be a saying or something that we're like totally messing up on and we don't realize.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's a Southern
saying. Specific.
Yeah.
Ketchup popsicle.
I'm extremely intrigued by that. So reach out.
I'm limes. I'm all limes.
Are you limes?
I'm all limes. 100%.
Or margaritas.
Dude, limes superior.
Fair.
I think I like lemons. They're more versatile. Like, I mean, I prefer limes.
You're talking about the yellow limes.
Huh?
Yellow limes? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, wait, no, I'm wrong. Green lemons.
Green lemons.
What are you saying?
I don't know. Wait, what? Like in Mexico, they say green lemons, right? Limons.
No. So you say, when you say lime or lemons, you say limón amarillo or limón verde. That's how you make the distinction of lime and lemon. There's not like two different words.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, green lemon, green, yellow lemon.
Yeah. Lime or lemon.
You like the yellow lemon?
I prefer lime, but if I had to do one for the rest of my life, I would do lemon because it's more versatile for everything. Like, you can, cocktail wise, you can put it on any cocktail and it tastes good. Lime, it can get too acidic. It's not a one size fits all like lemon for me.
That's solid. That's super solid. You guys might persuade me, but
what about you, Ashley? Lemon today?
I'm lemon.
Lemon too.
Yeah, I like lemon on all the things.
All right. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait, did we get the second part of that question? Oh, the
Yes,
white gloves.
popsicle.
No one knew what that. Everyone's like, no.
Oh, I have it right here.
Oh, it means something?
What is the meaning of sell ketchup popsicles to a woman in white gloves?
Is this like a period thing?
It's
I hope not.
It's like it's on a movie on Tommy Boy.
Oh, what? How do I not know this?
What?
I fucking love that movie.
It's a Tommy Boy quote, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna counter that, and I'm gonna go with the Jay-Z saying that I can sell fire in hell, ice in heaven, water to a well. So yes, I can.
There you go.
So if you could do that, yeah, you can. Herbie Hancock. Okay, we got another caller. Oh gosh, there's two more callers lined up. Sorry, we were just so popular, Ashley. Like I couldn't cut them off. I put them in the queue. They're in the queue. That's how they say it in the business.
So how do you decide which brands and varieties of alcohol to stock behind your bar? You only have so much room, and there's so many out there. Does it come down to a rep, a price, the owner? Who really makes those decisions, and what's the biggest influence? Thanks.
The reps, I'd say.
I say it's a combination of all the things. I think price, depending on the budget you have for your bar, price has a big influence on it. But yeah, I don't know.
What do you think, Ashley?
I mean, yeah, I think if you have an opportunity where you've shared an experience that is in collaboration with a brand and it's like touched you personally, then I would probably be more inclined to suggest that. To go that way and probably have allegiance in that regards. But I think it's so situationally specific. Like, is your bar for other people or is your bar for you? Because I mean, I know that I drink like the same thing and I never deviate from that, but that is not what I would give other people. Cause like I love tequila as well, but I don't necessarily drink like fancy tequila, but it's the way I like the way that it tastes because it kind of is very similar to whiskey. But if I had somebody coming over, I would not serve them that tequila. I would serve them nicer things. So.
No Cuervo?
It's not Cuervo. Thank God. But although Cuervo is a great brand. I mean,
no one's knocking over here. Us or them. Yeah, that's good. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. The last caller's sitting here. I gotta get to them. Otherwise, they might hang up. Okay.
Hi, I don't think this is an emergency, but I do have a question. What does polyester feel like? Because I can't remember. Is it stretchy? Is it like cotton? Does it feel like satin? I'm about to make a $35 purchase on an Instagram ad that I saw pop up, and it says it's 100% polyester. I'm curious, what does that feel like before I buy it?
I think polyester doesn't breathe that well.
Is polyester like cotton? No, like stretchy.
Yeah,
cotton?
it's like a polyester blend. Yeah.
No, that's a blend, but straight polyester is like tight. It's more.
So like the windbreaker.
Stretchy. Yeah,
like the windbreaker
stretchy
material.
I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
What does it feel like? It feels like the wind beneath my wings, and that's how I feel like polyester feels like. What do you guys think?
I mean, now I want to know, what does polyester feel like? Maybe it's one of those sauna suits that you wear to work out so you can sweat it all out.
No, I think polyester is like a disco suit. Polyester disco suit.
Oh, like tights.
Yeah, like that shiny kind of like
non-breathable,
like 100% polyester. But then also I think polyester was invented later. I think it's not cotton. It's not made from cotton. It's like a synthetic like blend
of plastic.
Yeah, it's synthetic, and like it's a tight wound like fabric that is. I think it like looks more like satin, but it's like a polyester jumpsuit, like a disco era.
So then I guess it feels like a party.
Ooh, yes. I love a party.
All right. So it feels like the wind beneath my wings, a party, and what do you got, Ashley? What does it feel like?
I live in polyester because I have I have over the quarantine in my years become thicker than a double wrap snack. So I live in polyester. Look at Adele. I'm gonna tell you right now, there ain't nothing that don't have polyester getting up on these hips right here. So I'm just telling you, I live in it.
Polyester. All right. I think we learned a ton about polyester. Again, I just have to reiterate that this podcast, we are not a professional in anything besides
bartending,
the booze.
Yeah.
So, if we're not correct on anything that we've said tonight, we're not liable. Why? Because I'm saying we are.
Don't at me. Don't at me with your
but in all seriousness, caller,
colors.
I really hope you have that outfit turns out incredible.
Oh yeah, me too.
I hope it's white. You like a cool
Ooh.
white polyester suit.
See, that'd be sick.
Like a onesie.
That'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
It'd be sick. Yeah, it like something, make sure it's like it's not form fitting, because if it doesn't breathe or stretch, then you're gonna sweat and you're gonna have sweat marks in your pits.
But isn't it so thick that you can't really sweat through it?
That's true. If we're thinking of a polyester disco suit,
Like a fucking suit,
Yeah.
Well, wait. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to. I gotta look something up real quick. I wasn't gonna look it up and just leave it as that, but now I really want to figure it out. Polyester. Okay. Let's see. Polyester is a category of polymers that contain the ester. This is so stupid. The functional group in the main chain.
Man-made.
How does it feel?
Where does it say how it feels? Tight.
Lightweight and has a slightly silkier feel to it than cotton does.
Oh, see, I feel like I was pretty on point.
You were on point, yeah.
So like leggings, kind of, right?
Yeah.
So it is it stretchy then?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look at my pants, see if I'm wearing polyester. I can't tell.
It's a popular fabric used in workout clothing.
Oh, schnikes. Okay, so it is breathable. So go ahead, tighten it up, baby. Get to dancing. And then I do know that this like t-shirts is called knit.
Perfect.
So just a little food for thought there. And okay, cool. Dude, we did it. We got through the callers.
Yay!
Woo, 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 woo. Okay, that was awesome. There was some really, really great information and callers there. So thank you guys, everyone, for calling in. And we got through everything, and I think we did a good job. Ashley, I know you did a good job, and Adele, you did a great job.
I think you did good. Yeah.
Yes. You never know. I mean, people have like questions. You think you could think of everything, but once other people are thinking of it, they think of a lot more.
Just gonna start thinking of a lady with a ketchup popsicle.
I know.
Now I want a ketchup popsicle.
That's such a banger of a question.
That's what I'm gonna be for Halloween this year.
A lady with a ketchup popsicle
with white gloves.
Gloves.
Perfect.
And I'm just gonna like have some like crazy eyes the whole time. Like,
I love it.
Ideas. Okay, cool. Ashley, like as we're wrapping this thing up, do you want to let listeners know how they can find you, or how they can find Angels Envy, or any information, plugs?
Yes, thank you for asking. Thank you for mentioning. So all of my events are announced on my Instagram, which is at Bonfire Booze, BOOZE. Angels Envy is available on Drizzly. So if you would like to have it delivered to your door, you can do it through that. It's available on Reserve Bar. A couple of my favorite retailers are, of course, I can't think of anything. Oh, Ambassador Liquor in Long Beach. Al is a real love bunny that I have formed a friendship with, and he carries that delicious liquid lace and has a propensity for rye as well. And we're carried in Ralph's. The bourbon is. If you're looking for the rye, it's only released twice a year, spring and fall. K&L Wines, Robert Burns liquor store in Beverly Hills. They have actually usually a cachet of kind of hidden gems of harder to procure Angels Envy collections. That's the long and the short of that. And in closing, just be kind to yourself, treat people with sweetness, and drink responsibly.
Tip your bartenders.
Tip your bartenders, friends.
Absolutely. And guys, anyone listening, if you want to be a guest and be as amazing as Ashley was on this episode and answer questions on TalkTales Cheaper Than Therapy, go ahead and shoot us an email at talktalesthepodcast@gmail.com with your information, and we will get right back to you. Kind of sometimes like scarily fast. I'm just saying.
And if you want to call and leave us a question, if you want to rant, if you just want to say hi, our number is 213-465-0837. Again, it's 213-465-0837. Give us a call. Say hi. Ask us questions.
All of them.
All of the above.
And thank you so much to our good friend Josh for composing our theme song, and thank you Grayson for creating our awesome logo. And what else we got? Oh,
don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
Don't do it.
Why, Adele? Why did we not drink and drive?
Because it's just dumb.
Yeah, because you're a loser for drinking and driving.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Drink responsibly. And make sure to hashtag toast to the trees so you can get some trees planted.
Plant the trees. Listen to Mother Earth message, as my mom said.
Yeah.
And real quick, a plug on our side. We TalkTales with cocktails. Sorry, edit. God, what's wrong with me?
Talkers with Cox.
TalkTales with Cox. We're starting this new webinar. My. Cocktails with TalkTales is our side project where we're doing a lot of virtual events and webinars, and we're offering all kinds of really awesome like stuff with classes and brand webinars and fun interactive stuff coming up here on coming up here on October
4th.
Right?
Yes, it's a Sunday.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing our next big fun event, and it's going to be called Sunday Fun Day, and it's not just going to be cocktails. We're going to be having a yoga to open it up. We're going to be having a cocktail session with Adele and I. Yoga's going to be with Kristen, and Adele and I are going to be doing cocktails. And then we're finishing up after we make the cocktails with y'all, and we're having a dance party with DJ Will. So
we're a dance party.
So
I know we missed out this
fun.
summer on Sunday Fun Day, so we get to do it virtually or attempt to.
Oh no, we're doing it no matter how you look at it, baby. Even if it's just me and Adele, we're gonna be rocking our socks
We're
off.
gonna be fucking jamming out with our
Cocks
clams out.
No, cocktail cocks.
Jam out with your clam out.
Oh man, no, we will not be doing that.
We were jamming out.
We'll just be jamming. No, we'll be shaking. We'll be shaking, and we'll be moving and grooving, and we're gonna start off with a nice fitness session with yoga, so we all feel good about having our cocktail afterwards. So please join us on that one. Sign up to cocktails, our webs or our subscription page, and you'll be up to date on all of those cool events that we're going to be doing in the foreseeable future. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to talk more tales.
Yeah, thank you, Ashley, for being here. We really appreciate your time and the gifts. We're so stoked on these gifts. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for just being both the most lovely and doing cool dope things. That's
Woo!
Yeah,
love it. Yeah, now's the time, baby. Now's the time. All right, let's go out of this thing with a massive, humongous cheers.
Cheers!
Cheers!
All right. I'm going to end the Zencaster now. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Nice, guys. Nice. Hey, we got 2 viewers.
Woo, woo!
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'm sorry I didn't have audio on the beginning of that. So we're going to... let's see. Oscar got it. Okay. So I'm going to end the live stream. Thank you guys for tuning in, and anyone watches in the future. And live streaming is complicated, but we're getting it. So cheers. Bye-bye. Okay, and live stream.